What's up, friends and real ones? Welcome back to the channel. I am RealGrogg, and tonight we are diving into, for the first time ever, even though I brought it up about 1,000 times on this channel, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kind of an odd choice, you're probably saying to yourself, by saying, hey, David, what the hell are you doing here? Just a week ago, we were dispensing democracy by the payload amongst the Terminids and automatons of Helldivers 2. What the hell is this? This is one of my favorite games of all time. It took me a few tries. It wasn't love at first sight. It wasn't love at first play, or third or fourth even. It took me a little bit of time. But I wanted to show it off tonight. This is an unsung hero released from Warhorse Studios back in 2018. It had some hardships through its development process, to be sure, as any good game does. And when this finally released, again, it took me a couple tries. It's got kind of a quirky combat system. It got it was really tricky to get a hold of right off the bat, to really understand all of the intricacies of this game. But try as I did, I finally found how phenomenal it really is. And Warhorse released a great game that is focused a lot on reality. It's very rooted in real life events, in the realities of eating and sleeping and how traveling around works, and really the difficulties of going from a blacksmith's son to a leader, to a warrior, to somebody who is actually quite capable on the other end of the sword from hammering it out of the hot irons. So there's a lot of really great stuff to dive into with this game. It's a huge open world set in what is now the Czech Republic, but back then it was it's set in the 16th century of Bohemia, and our hero Henry is living a happy and peaceful life as the son of a well-respected and renowned blacksmith. And in their city of Skalitz, they are mining silver and living a great village life, happy as clams. But as all good things do, it might come to an end. So tonight we're going to be exploring the first few hours of this incredible game. Depending on how many people like it, or if we're digging it, or what we kind of feel, we might make this a whole series. I would love to show off this game in its entirety and really show off what it's all about. Because again, I tried it a few different times, and it wasn't always there for me. It wasn't always the jam. But then once it clicked, oh, obsessed. I became completely obsessed with this game, and I cannot wait. So I've also got the little trailer set up. I went in reverse order. I actually didn't mean to go into Big David quite yet, but I noticed my screen was having an issue, so I wanted to wait a little bit. But once we get a few people in chat, I thought we'd show off the trailer, kind of set the stage for what this game is all about, and then dive on in. We're going to start a brand new file. If you're playing this game, which I highly recommend, it's a great addition to a Steam library. You have two different options: normal and hardcore. Hardcore was my initial thought. I thought, yeah, we could go into that. I've played this game a lot. I know the ins and outs. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I've done it before, and if I'm being honest, just challenges aside, the challenges are fine. It's just not as, I feel like it's a much better, well-rounded experience with the normal playthrough. So yeah, so tonight, as Miss Marin is saying, welcome in, by the way, I'm excited to sit back and relax tonight out of game. We've been doing so much co-op, and it's been such a treat to have all the real ones shoulder to shoulder with me, having a great time, and you know, playing through Enshrouded and Valheim and State of Decay and everything else that we've been keeping busy with. I wanted to give you all the night off. Baldur's Gate 3, if you know, I mean, just so many titles that we put a lot of time into together, and I thought, let's give you a night off. Let's let you sit back, relax, enjoy the stream, watch me explore a beautiful world, and show off a title that I think deserves a bit more love. And as I said in the description of this video, it is primed for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It is the story, everything. There were some issues with creating the game, where at the end they had to get a product out. I'll cover that a little bit later on, but it's set up for a second one, and or at least it possibly could. And I just really would love to get a little bit more attention on this beautiful game. Call out Warhorse Studios and say, I dare you, I double dog dare you to make a second, because it's phenomenal. I love this game. I love what they did with it, the world they created through real locations. It wasn't just like an art department putting together some cool thatched covered huts. It's actually historically accurate to the time and the place that we were in. So very, very cool. I love that. Miss Marin, let me know. 7 p.m. and the sky isn't black. That makes me feel content. It is crazy right now to be going live, and it's still quite light out, and I feel like the sun isn't even going to go down, which is probably why I'm enjoying a bit of hot coffee at this point in the night. Delicious. But thank you so much for being here. Damon Preble dropping in the chat. Nick Lobash, right off the bat, I believe about 6 hours ago, I saw you post, "Let's go" in the chat. And I'm sure he'll be popping in a little later on once he gets a break between the tables, as usual on a Monday night. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. So yes, so the game is kind of a history lesson as well. The intro, if you're lucky enough to play this on PC, which I highly recommend, you can skip the opening sequence that if you're playing on console, you'll hear 1,000 times. You'll definitely know the history of King Wenceslas and his uncle, King Sigismund, who is invading Bohemia because Sigismund, he inherited the throne. And this is all real stuff. He inherited the throne from his father. His father was a very well-respected king. He passed on, and when he died, he of course gives his rule to his son, King Wenceslas. And Wenceslas was a bit of a well, the idol is what they called him, because he didn't focus on anything having to do with the state, nothing to do with the government. Basically, he just wanted to go and, live a playboy lifestyle. Get the ladies, get the booze, get the parties. Everything was naked. So, while I can't completely argue with his reasoning, it's not really the most responsible thing to do, especially for your family line. So, when he called for aid to get his kingdom a bit more under control, his powerful warlord uncle, King Sigismund, decided, yeah, I'll help you out. I'll give you a hand. I'll come over there and I'll line your kingdom right up. And so that will kick off our story. That's where Henry's story all begins, and we're going to see him having to deal with the ramifications of these government figures making decisions far beyond his decision making. But so without further ado, my friends, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you all for stopping in. I see we've already hit that like button right off the bat. That helps me out a whole lot. Hopefully we get this on some more eyes, because it is an older game. It is 6 years old, which in today's day and age, that's basically 45 years ago. So it is an older game, but like I said, I wanted to give it some attention. So thank you for stopping in, for trying to get some eyes on this one. And yeah, just sit back, relax, hang out, enjoy this world. I'm going to ask for some input on some choices later on, so definitely let me know which way you want to go. Stay in the chat if you want to be checking out what's going to be happening with Henry and all that stuff. So without further ado, as I've said for the 4th time, let's go ahead and drop on into the game. All right, so here we are, a beautiful opening sequence. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV. But now, with his son Wenceslas, the idol, on the Bohemian throne, it was falling into disarray. The king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother King Sigismund of Hungary, who decided to take drastic steps into something that I didn't read.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher. Well, Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
And here we have our hero, Henry. So the game is played in first person. Occasionally it will take you out of first person.
In this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
And also, as the game is going to explain, so this beginning bit, you can, in your dialogue, kind of choose which stats you want to have a little boost to right off the bat. I'm going to jump into strength right away.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Bit of a sass.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
You know what? Why would I be interested in sword fighting, Ma? Come on.
You think he's
Me?
teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
I'm very much lying.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
So you can, of course, dive into dialogue with your Ma, but you know what? I just want to keep going. So, as I said, game is played in first person. Incredible details. I love all the environments in this. Really phenomenal. Also kind of funny, I will admit. So the game, it tries real hard to produce a really high-end quality product, but I noticed that opening cutscene in particular is very much one of the best programmed, I should say, best designed in this. It's pretty great that it doesn't quite keep up with some of it later on in the game. But welcome in, by the way, Dave and Preble. It's great to see you, my friend. What's up, RealGrogg in chat? We're just kind of getting settled in here. Miss Marin doing oh no. Oh yeah, Henry is a wee bit hungover. Yes, absolutely. Why do they all look the same age? Well, because old age was like 14 in those days, so it certainly and Miss Marin, let me know. Speaking of fresh merch, I'm guessing she has something in her mind. But so in this environment, so of course I have been armed with forethought for this game, but all these little goodies you can kind of pick up some knickknacks and this and that. But I highly recommend in this opening bit of the game, grabbing everything you can. And yeah, just a really nice, simple breakfast. You can also sit down, of course, and eat. There we go.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Hey, Chili Santa, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again. Chili joined us recently for just earlier this afternoon, fighting in Helldivers 2. Had a great time with that prior to the stream, as well as Y, one of our excellent subscribers as well. So thank you so much for stopping in, buddy. Welcome in. I was just explaining, you know, it is an odd choice, I'm sure, to go back to a game a little bit older like this, and a little bit different than some of the co-op craziness we've been doing over the last few weeks. But I thought, what the hell? Let's give it a shot, right? Let's show off an excellent game and why you should enjoy it yourself, because it is really, really good. But so if you ever see these pots in anywhere in the world, by the way, definitely treat yourself if you need to. So I'm going to explain. There's a whole lot to talk about, but at the bottom of the screen, actually, yeah, let's cover this first before I'm running around. So on the bottom of the screen, the yellow bar, stamina, the red bar, health, right? But also, we did level up as well. And in this little UI section, you can go to all your different areas, of course. And for the player, Henry, we leveled up in our strength. We'll go ahead and show more. And then you can choose all these from all these different perks, but you do have to unlock certain levels, or they only unlock after a certain threshold has been crossed. So, yeah, nice. Chili knows what's up. I remember living in the forest, training myself with a bow for 4 weeks, and that right there is one of the many reasons why I love this game, because really allowing yourself to roleplay a little bit in that sense of like, yeah, I'm gonna go hunt for, you know, in game a few weeks to really get good at skills that aren't always there. So to start off with, in our strength, we have only these two, which if I want to learn a bit more, blocking an opponent's strike with your shield costs 30% less stamina, or I can carry dead bodies and it won't slow me down, and it won't, or it doesn't cost me any stamina and it won't burden me as much as a full body would. So I actually think I'll probably go with Stronghold. Boom. It doesn't really matter, because for the most part, most of these skills in every category, you pretty much will unlock all of them if you max out Henry, which I highly recommend, because the combat in this is definitely the thing that I've noticed keeps a lot of people at bay. They don't really want to do it, but the realism aspect I was talking about, and why you want to feed yourself, is because you will accrue hunger, you will accrue thirst, and all these different elements of survival that you got to stay focused on. And as a channel that likes to focus on survival games, I thought this would be a nice sort of return to form in the survival genre. Really beautiful. Hey, ma. Combat is a goddamn nightmare in this game. It certainly can be, and until we're properly equipped, it's going to be a bit of pain in the ass, but I'm very excited to start taking it on. And I do apologize. This is one of those games where when I click off the screen, it will get rid of the audio. So if it's cutting in and out, I'm trying to limit that, but that's I am aware that it's happening, so I'll try to limit that. All right, so Pa needs us, and that opening sort of drone shot was showing off Skalitz and the silver mines and the neighboring areas, but this is our home. This is a great place. We could go explore first, but I think let's go ahead and we'll give Pops, a little attention first. Make sure he's not too mad.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me
for
an axe,
Oh
a
boy.
hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Our he's awesome. He's a great guy.
Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross-guard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
All right,
Her
easy
name
enough.
is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now. Work won't wait.
All right, so now the opening bit of the village is open for us to explore, which is very exciting. A couple insider tricks of the trade, if I may tell you so. So you'll see all these beautiful flowers assorted around, and this little area is nothing much. It can be a little tedious, yes, but I highly recommend starting your game off and picking a whole bunch. I may not do them all right now, but because, I mean, I'll take a few minutes and just kind of talk us through everything, but by doing this, you're going to unlock the herbalism skill tree line. And a huge benefit of that is if once you unlock flower power, as long as you have a certain amount of, there we go, so you can see herbalism in the top left. Once that is leveled up a little bit, if you have aromatic herbs and spices in your pockets, you'll actually get a +2 to charisma. Super helpful, especially early game, and especially for something as simple as just picking some damn daisies, you know what I mean? So really helpful. And also the alchemy in this game is a blast. I really do enjoy it. It kind of, once you get familiar with it and you get really good, it's kind of like cooking up some of your favorite dishes. It's really really satisfying. But from everything from the music to the way the game is presented, I just think they absolutely crushed it. But of course, you know, there's some bugs here and there. There are some choppier bits. You know, as always, let me know how I'm looking and sounding, because again, this is a new game to the channel. So if there's anything not sounding right, I'll do what I can on your end, or if it's too quiet or anything like that. All right, so being the tutorial area, it certainly is keeping you penned in, but there's still a lot to explore. But also, how refreshing is it to actually have a jump button? It's just, oh, it just feels good. But as we're checking out the village and we start doing some tasks for Pa, how are you? How is everyone out there tonight? I hope you're all doing well. Chili Santa, poor guy is smart as a potato. Yeah, my Henry right now, he's kind of a dummy. You know, he's not. Is this my mom? Oh, what are you doing? Why can't you run the errands? All right. So this is Kunesh down here. We'll be talking to him soon. But so if you start this game and you want to get that level up like I was talking about, this field, to the left of your family farm, packed full of sage, dandelion, valeria, and St. John's wort, and all those things, especially early game, like it'll level you up relatively quickly. But you're gonna need every penny or every groschen you can scavenge early game, and for, you know, you always need money, right? You always need money. Nothing in life is free, and so gathering all these things, while it might be a little bit tedious now, it will pay off, because once you sell them or craft them into potions, it'll bring in a bit more money, which will help you immensely in the coming days here. Yeah, hopefully you're all doing well out there. I know it's been just a few short days since we were last together, playing, having a great time in Helldivers, and you know, like I said, kind of with Enshrouded, nothing here is really ever off the table. You know what I mean? I'm always happy to dive back into Valheim and State of Decay and Helldivers and Shrouded. Really, whenever something comes up that provides us the opportunity to want to jump back in, we just might do that. I'm very, very excited. But also, I said to you at the top of the year, I want to do some different things. And so I want to show off a few different games. I think we've got some other stuff, maybe even this week, potentially. Keep your eyes on the channel for Thursday and Saturday this week, potentially. Nothing is completely locked in yet, but I do have some ideas for some things that might be pretty fun. And just as we're getting started in the new year. Now, this opening bit is really nice as well, because there's a lot to do, but time isn't actually moving. So it gives you plenty of time to get familiar with the controls and what's going on around you, and also take care of the tasks that your dad asked you to do. But when it comes to the herbalism, check this out. So already, although the game doesn't tell you, this game does not hold your hand either, by the way. It's very much throw you into the frying pan and see if you cook. So I'm going to center my reticle on the center valerian flower, right? But check out the surrounding ones now that we're leveled up a little bit. Boom. So bit by bit, we'll start to get better at picking flowers, to the point that surrounding herbs and things like that will get picked up in the same process. So you'll eventually get more and more efficient, and you know, you kind of look for a bigger clump, pick them, and you get a few things all at once. I think we should be getting pretty close. I got a good feeling. I think if we level up our if we level up our herbalism one more time, that should get us the perk that I'm talking about, and I'll show you what I mean. And I promise you, the game gets more exciting after this. I promise. Yeah, very. There we go. Okay, so still not there. So we are level 4, I think. Maybe it's level 5, so maybe just one more. But this is definitely a title that you benefit from giving Henry experience in a field. And it does a really great job of kind of making you as the player feel like you are leveling up your own skills at the same time. And in the sense of, you know, when you shoot a bow, there's no dot, there's no reticle, there's nothing to show you where you're shooting. So you have to learn how the bow works and how strong Henry is and how it's going to shoot compared to what you kind of expected to shoot as in most modern titles, you know what I mean? So it's really, really fun. And as you go through and you're getting better at alchemy and you're memorizing recipes and then you start to just make them and cook them, and it actually works out really nicely. It makes you feel more connected to the character in a really, you know, sort of simplified skill tree. Okay, nice. Okay, so my chat once again keeps on freezing, so my apologies. Yes, the combat, absolutely. He probably hasn't bathed in a month. Absolutely. And so on that note, and we'll cover it more in a little while, actually. I'm not going to tell you everything in the opening bit while I'm just sitting here picking flowers, wasting all your time, just watching me get into all this Valerian. But there's so many things about this game that you wouldn't even think about until it comes up, you know, putting a bit more of that realistic spin. And to Chili's point, if you do stink, people will tell you. And you'll have a harder time getting a good deal in stores. You'll have a harder time getting people to like you. You got to wash yourself. You got to stay shaved. You got to get a haircut. You got to, you know, do the little things. Keep your armor shiny once you get it. A girl, Henry? What? Henrietta, I think would be the name then. There goes that Henry boy walking all funny and picking flowers and stuffing them in his pockets. Oh, bless him. That's awesome. This looks like Manor Lords. Okay, so Damon, have you been playing Manor Lords? Because I keep seeing like review videos that I haven't watched yet, but it does look interesting in the little bits I've seen. Okay, come on, I got to be getting close, and I promise once I'm done with this, it will we'll get it going. Yeah, you got to nurture Henry. You really do. But I'm pretty proud of the fact that I can get him, you know, from a blacksmith's uneducated son. There we go. Okay, boom, finally. So, you know, it took us a little bit of time, but it also wasn't that bad, right? And so you're now going to go into skills, go down to herbalism, because look at this. Lots of great things, and they will naturally level up as you play the game. Drinking, chili, right there. I'm sure you crushed that one. But yeah, pickpocketing, I'm going to cheese the hell out of that in the sense of once you unlock the ability to lockpick and pickpocket, you want to kind of grind out the training because it'll really benefit you. Because yeah, Henry, he's you know, Henry's got a rough life. He's gonna start stealing stuff. Okay, that's just the way it is. Oh wow. Okay, so Damon telling me about Manor Lords. Have not played it themselves, but watched a few streams, and it is the king of all grind. Oof. Oh boy, not a lot of combat. Interesting. But so you're going to go into herbalism, expand that, and flower power. This is the exact one that you want. We're going to choose this. Yeah, I want to learn it. Boom. Phenomenal. So now, oh, here we go. If you've got enough fragrant herbs in your inventory, you get a +2 charisma bonus. Incredible. And that's just a really great addition. Everyone's going to like you more, all that fun stuff. And in the earlier days, you can simply, to give yourself a little bit of a cleanse, you can get washed up in a trough. Luckily, I'm clean enough already, so we're good to go. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you going into every single house and all these things, but speaking of stealing, I am going to take this now because Kunesh is not around. Let's hope for the best. I needed to get that axe back. He didn't seem to notice. Cool. Yeah. We're gonna find Kunesh, who is the guy that our dad made some nails and tools for, and this layabout hasn't even paid us back. So, where the hell did he go? He's close by. Oh, there we go. It's me, dummy.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
You owe me some money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Come on, man. Just pay for the tools.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
I just stole his axe. Okay. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can talk and have special benefits in speech. And each symbol, of course, as you can see here, represents a certain thing. From the mouth icon, obviously that's going to use your speech skill. The heart, the crown, that's more of a, yeah, if you're looking nice, if you're dressed nice, you're smelling good, that's usually going to give you a benefit there. You can use a more threatening tone with the crossed swords. You can, of course, bribe with some money. And that little symbol down there is a symbol that is, it connects to whatever kind of dialogue you're trying to use. It all looks very complicated. Everything they laid out, admittedly, in their menus, it's crazy. It looks ridiculous. It's a lot to learn, and it's a lot to read, and it's tough. It's kind of like when you're learning a brand new board game that has a lot of rules, and you just say, screw it. Let's just play around and see how it feels. Chili's hand fell off his base again because I was watching the stream. Well, I don't hear anything about broken legs yet, so I'm hoping that the legs are at least in one piece. But anyway, I know how all this works. So, and again, down here in the bottom left, which actually I'm covering up, unfortunately, you can see that basically it's giving me the different options that I could use for dialogue. None of them are going to benefit me. So I'm just going to tell him, you can expect a visit from father.
If that's the way you want it, I'll tell father you won't pay, and you can tell him what you told me.
And don't come back.
All right. So ideally, I could get the nails and hammer. And so what I'm going to do with that, because they're in his house, I'm going to try to get him distracted. I don't know exactly if I'll be able to do it. But as father laid out, we need to go get some charcoal. We got to pick up the cross guard at the castle. And then we also need to buy some ale and try to get the axe, hammer, and nails back from Kunesh. So hopefully we can do all those things. I'm actually going to capture... I usually don't do this. I stopped in the... I stopped during Baldur's Gate. I stopped trying to capture my mouse. But I think I actually do want to... Uh-oh. Cancel that. But I think I am going to put it on. Rob his ass, says Miss Marin. Yeah, I agree. I think so. Where is that? I can always find it when I don't need it. And when I do need it, of course, I can't find a damn thing. Yeah, I want you to be able to see where I'm pointing, because there's going to be a lot of times where I'm like, this thing, and you're not, and you might not be able to know what I'm looking at. Well, whatever. I'll find it later. Not a big deal. Couldn't matter any less, really. I might be switching to my controller anyway, because I will tell you, everything on this feels really good with mouse and keyboard, but the combat, I have struggled a little bit with it. I primarily have experience with this on console. I played it on Xbox numerous times, and so PC, while it's better, I don't entirely remember exactly how. I don't remember exactly how it all works. Combat is very tricky, but we'll cover that later. All right, so Kunesh is walking away. Hopefully, we'll get enough time in here to look around a little bit.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Which, unfortunately, I don't know how to lockpick. Oh. Well, that's actually quite interesting. I don't know, but Fritz is a buddy of mine who's a bit of a troublemaker. So we might go talk to him. But first things first, this one's real easy. We're just gonna go get the cross guard from our buddy who's one of the guards up here. Chili Santa saying, I agree with using a controller for Helldivers 2. It's far superior because he blew himself up when he tried using the keyboard. I've blown myself up every way playing that game. I've blown everyone else up that I've played with playing that game anyway.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Ooh, yes, Damon, love me some board games. Preach, my friend. I just bought Settlers of Catan, Ticket to Ride, and Tokaido. That allows Kunesh shows me some money. Ooh, I don't think I've done this option.
Ugh, things could be better. Kuna shows us money and he doesn't want to pay.
That drunkard? It won't be easy wringing any coin out of him. What will you do?
I don't know yet, but I have a feeling it won't go smoothly.
Too right. Kunish won't listen to anything but the whip. Mind you don't lose your teeth.
All right. I was hoping that he'd be like, let's go rough him up.
We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Thanks, buddy.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
Ooh.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Yeah, probably not. All right, so one task checked off the box. Now, here's kind of what I was talking about a bit earlier. So I'm actually going to head home real super quick. Because again, I'm going to go sell everything at the market. Because one of the things we have to do is we have to get some charcoal for our dad. But there might be another way to make some money. So I think we should check that out as well. Also, like, what a beautifully idyllic little village. All right, we'll go find our storehouse, which I think is right through here. And I'm just going to take Urithang. Ah, yes, that was my next question. Yeah, what are favorite board games? What are you into right now? What are you loving? We just finished playing and beating all of the scenarios in Dead of Winter, which is an incredible zombie apocalypse game. Really amazing. Just a great game. And again, much like anything that's worthwhile, it took a few times to figure out what the hell was going on. But once you just start playing and you kind of get used to it, phenomenal. I'm blown away. And but that is the tough part, as I'm seeing in the chat there. The toughest part about playing board games is getting enough people together to be able to play together. It's nearly impossible. It's like, if there aren't games that you own that are good for 2 to 5 players, you're screwed. It's so hard to get people to get together and stick with it. It's like if you've ever tried to put a Dungeons and Dragons group together and everyone show up on time and ready to play, oh boy, good luck. All right, we've got the cross guard. I've got a lot of stuff to sell. We have a +2 charisma bonus from picking all those flowers. This guy right here is going to be our charcoal burner. We'll talk to him in a little bit, yeah? Yes, absolutely. Shop guard. Every store is going to have a guard, so do be careful, because you can steal from anyone, but it may not work in your favor. But while we're here, I'm going to talk to the trader, and we're going to introduce ourselves to the first barter.
Anything?
Yeah, we'll talk trade.
God be with you.
All right, so all these goodies, of course, sorted by their specific categories, and you can't sell anything to any to anyone, but for the most part, it's pretty forgiving. You can get away with a lot of stuff, but pretty much, you go to a grocer, they're going to buy groceries and stuff like that. So, all right, so we're just going to sell all of our apples. So I'm trying to get as much money as possible, and you can see in the top here. I want to make sure you can see that in the top middle. You can see how much the trader has. She has 80. I've got a 94 reputation in town. Pretty good. I've also, and I've For 52 apples, I get 5.2 groschen. So I'm just going to sell pretty much everything in this, in my basket. I might keep the bread. But you got to make sure you're eating, and you got to be taking care of Henry. Because, yes, he is he's a gentle boy. But all those flowers now, sell them all. And you're not getting much, but again, it's all just playing the long game here. Setting yourself up for success for the future game. So don't sell this because it's got a red hand on it, which indicates it's stolen, and that will not go over well. The guard's going to get called, you can get thrown in jail, and there's actually a way to fail this mission and lose the game fail the entire game. If you get arrested in this game, in the opening tutorial, you can lose the entire thing. It's kind of funny, and I think there's an achievement for it too. But yeah, it's certainly not something you want to be too proud of. All right, so all that stuff is sold. We're going to keep some soup. We're going to keep the bread, and otherwise everything's good to go. So now we'll check our basket. This is showing everything either buying or selling, and then we could go into haggle. This is totally optional, but you can haggle almost every single time.
Naturally.
And all this confusing stuff aside, basically just don't piss off somebody enough, or if they're getting, but you just want to haggle a little bit. All right, so from here, I'm originally offering 41 groschen, right? I can offer her less, or I'm sorry, that number right there, the 41, that's how much I'm going to receive. So I can ask for more, or I can even go the other way and give her a little tip, which will, of course, she'll go for the deal, and I'll get a little bit of a benefit to my reputation in that town. I'm not worried about that, so I'm going to try just a few bucks because we're pretty low in our...
What about this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
So when they say that, that's usually like, yeah, you're pretty close. I'm going to just meet her right in the middle.
See now?
Cool.
I knew we'd come to an agreement.
It's there's perks to help you with that later on, because there's times where people will get real mad at you and just kick you out, and they won't give you a good deal no matter what. So you got to be a little more strategic with how we're getting stuff. Okay, so we got 42 bones, feeling pretty good. Now, just because I'm feeling kind of saucy, and to show you, or to keep, try to get those legs up, we're going to talk to these guys in a little bit. We're going to talk to this guy as well. But I'm going to go talk to my girlfriend, Bianca.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Gutenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope...
There's a lot of names, locations, things being thrown around that it can be very hard to keep up with.
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
Hey.
What do I care about?
All right, you scaring chickens now? Come on.
And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kut.
So they're just chatting about, politics and all that stuff.
Wenceslas is our rightful king. Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too high, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad?
Well, that's Fritz. He's a bit of a dummy.
End up in the pillory.
But he's a good guy.
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea.
He's the brains of the
Deutsch
operation.
is talking such shit. It made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So what do we think, friends and real ones?
How? Are you with us?
Do we go throw some shit at somebody spewing some garbage about our current king, or do we take the high road? Ooh. Or do we recruit our... We'll do it! But we'll recruit our friends to help us with the Kunesh problem. Damon Preble, low road. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I also just have to give a comment about this. I'm just noticing so much, because again, all of my experience with this game for the most part is console. I've played very little on the PC, and it really does look way better. I mean, really impressively, as it should. I mean, this is a much more, powerful system, but I'm very happy about that. So yeah, we're going to do it, and we're going to recruit them to help us out.
All right, I'll do it. But then you have to give me a hand with something.
What do you need?
Kunesh owes money to father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem. We'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
All right. Let's go while Deutsch is still sitting safely in the tavern.
All right. Let's go be some rascals, huh? Let's go get rascally. But yeah, those are good buddies of mine. Fritz, Matthias, and Matthew. Matthew's the brains, Fritz is the muscle, Matthias is the third one. Chickens. Get some dandelions.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait.
Recruit
We
needs a
have to check
middleman.
that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed
A
after
filler
all
friend.
these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you got the +2 charisma, homie.
Because you're the clever one.
Or that.
Yeah.
How are you, Henry?
All right, quick chat with... I mean, this lady really has chosen a terrible spot to sit and do her afternoon project. Like, lady, you are mere feet from a big old steaming pile of shit. Like, that is... You got a whole property. You have an inside. I don't know, whatever.
What do you want, lad?
Oh, Henry's the charmer. That's absolutely true. Your husband's making trouble.
I just went by the tavern, and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Nice. And we got a little level up on our main level. So before I do anything, I am going to check that out. Oop. All right. So I'm swapping between, because I've got a controller set up as well as my keyboard. And so I might swap between as I go throughout just to see which one I like more, because there's some things that'll work a bit better, like the combat. So forgive me if my buttons get a little mixed up here, or if it just stops working entirely. All right. Okay, so I was coming in here to do our quick little update. Boom. So these early ones, very important as well. So aesthetic. You'll last 30% longer without food, but then when you do get hungry, it'll be way worse. But that's usually okay. I'm pretty good about maintaining my hunger. But it's all about your comfort and understanding of the game and how it all works. But not as charming as your dad, says Miss Marin. Well, life, or art imitating life, I suppose, huh? All right, I'm going to go ahead and stick that over there. Perfect. All right, otherwise, manly odor. So this one's great. When dirty, you'll have a 50% more charisma when talking to women. However, people will smell you a mile off, reducing your stealth by 30%. That one, while funny, I don't take that one all the time because I do a lot of stealth-based stuff early in the game. I steal everything. I steal freaking everything. Otherwise, Night Rider, stamina will regenerate 20% faster at night, negative 10% during the day, or 10% slower during the day. Scout, this one's really nice. I personally almost always choose this to start off with. It increases the sight distance of fast travel, so you notice events on the way sooner, and your chances of evading are also increased by 10. That'll make more sense a little bit later on, but it's that one's really, really helpful in the long game. And then Wanderer, you grew up poor, so the comforts of beds are inverted. If you sleep in a really comfortable bed, it gives you less rest than if you sleep in a terrible bed. It's kind of an interesting thing. I don't like that one as much just because I'm pretty good about finding some nice places to sleep. So I personally think that we should go with aesthetic. Last a bit longer without getting hungry, and then we'll just worry about the rest later. Or Scout. What do you think? Scout or Hunger? Vote as Scout. All right, Miss Marin beat me to it, so I'm going to go ahead and do Scout. Boom. All right. There we go. So we lost a little reputation, but it's going to be worth it.
Trebuchet for king and country.
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good
Days
as
before the
having that
internet really
traitor
were something, huh?
Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, doshes.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher?
This guy
Maybe you'd like
sucks.
to try out the latest German fashion.
Oh, Fritz.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
All right, so as this is nicely doing, everything is getting shown for for a little bit of tutorial action. You know what I mean? So lots of confusing words, but I am going to take a quick refresher. But yeah, very focused on stamina. This is probably one of the most difficult combats to learn, and there we go. All right, now it's been a little bit as well, and I just switched the controller just now. Just casually go help out our buddies here. All right, so you got a heavy attack, you got a lighter one, you can also kick. Boom, a little knee to the face. All right, so the catch pole, which is just an officer essentially, or a guard. He's coming in to get us, so we got to dip.
Welcome, Henry. Hey.
So we're just going to take a little lap with all the buddies. Yeah, oh, it's Miss Marin. Yeah, great point. Sorry, guys. So I can actually break off from them. I don't have to run with them. But that's actually one of the things I really love is in its realistic form, it produces such beautiful moments. Like, look at this. What a scenic little spot. How great is that, you know? And I mean, you know me, I'm a sucker for all these sort of things. Yes, punch the sage. But you'll find that all over the place. It's just lovely little areas. Ooh, a bunch of poppy. Marigolds. Mint. Ooh, mint. Hell yeah, I'll take some mint. I certainly do understand why some people have been turned away. And why, you know, again, I struggled to really love this game for a few times because the combat can be so frustrating. The save system is a whole other beast. I'm going to show you how that works in a second, but yeah, there's a lot of difficult learning curves, but once you can get past it, once you start to gain a little mastery over this world, it's so satisfying and it's so worth your time to check it out.
Well, I never.
All right, so our buddies kept sprinting through here, and they actually wound up right behind Kunesh's place, if I remember right. Where'd you go? You can also see, hopefully you can see, in the top compass line, there's a whole bunch of different little markers, A, B, C, D, and I think even E. Those are all of our quest markers. Nice.
I'm glad you came.
Hey, fellas.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Oh yeah, they might curse occasionally.
Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good dung. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
All right. I need help.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get to it then.
All right, now I don't know how this is going to go. I'm sure it'll work in our favor, but we might end up just having to kick the shit out of Kunesh.
Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
Oh, nice. He does actually come out. Okay. Come here. I got something for you, Kunesh.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catchpole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
Oh.
Shit! Kurva. Is that the best
Kurva.
you can do?
Ow!
I don't remember how to block with the mouse and keyboard. That's the... So, come on, guys. Help me out here.
Bring it on.
Oh, boy.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I got his keys. So now I'm... Your friends are actually doing nothing. Oh, nothing at all. We're just playing the numbers game here. All right, so I got his keys, though, which I can now, I presume, get over to here, unlock, and take all this stuff. Boom. Nicely done. All right, rock and roll. Just like I planned. All right. So now, for the first time, I'm going to go talk to my girlfriend. We'll wait, because I want to do something first. We're going to get a little training in.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Let's do this.
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
So part of me wishes I would have done this first, because now I can actually go learn how to block. But you can see in my health bar at the bottom, so it's actually reduced by, 10% or so. As you take damage in battle, your health can only get back to a certain level. And of course, that'll heal as you rest. And there's a perk way later in the game that you can kind of heal up. But yeah, it's realism takes hold in this, and so if you're not taking care of your wounds, they will only get worse. While we're waiting on him to show up, we might as well pick some flowers, right? Shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, Master Vanyek.
So, can we get...
Let's do it.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
So in combat, you stay very locked into your opponent, but you can, of course, press the button and you can get out of it.
Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere.
So basically,
try slashing from different sides.
Nice.
Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good. All right.
And so you'll see the little red marker is moving around that star in the middle, if you can see that. And basically, that is the zone that you're attacking. So I'm going for his right leg. I'm going for his...
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
All right, so you've got a strong attack. This is your weak attack, a little stab. I love this. I use this all the time, actually. It's really handy.
Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Now you're getting it.
But as you just saw, got super tired, so you got to be careful how you're...
Now you're getting it.
Of how you're attacking. You don't want to spam. You don't want to just click away, or press attack constantly. You got to work your stamina. You got to make sure you're keeping everything balanced.
All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard.
All right. So that doesn't really teach you a lot, and there's a very, very important thing that we're going to take care of a little later to enhance your fighting ability and your opportunity to live way more. All right, so we need the charcoal and we need the pint of ale for father. We're going to talk to Bianca real quick. Howdy, miss.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
What a charmer.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Why, you do.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
It does kind of have a Bethesda facial programming, I'll tell you that much. Let's say... So, okay, so here's the tricky part. So, let's test it out. So if I get the picture right now, it'll get warm by the time I'm ready to bring it to my pops, because we're going to make another stop before that. We're going to play a little game. But, see what...
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer. But when it comes to...
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
Okay, so I don't really have an option. So I'm going to see... because to save in this game, that's the tricky part, is you have to have... Where is it? These Savior Schnapps, which is a beverage that allows you to save. Which, as you can see, there's a little floppy disk icon on the jar, which is great. But they are pretty damn expensive, at 104, 105 groschen. I've only got 43 anyway. But Bianca should.
Look at you, lover boy.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture.
I need ale for father.
A picture as you...
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Take care. Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
Ew.
I can't wait.
Henry?
Thanks.
Henry.
You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking
I
fellow
already
was
took care of that.
Anya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes...
Yeah, he was a highwayman,
Promised
big
to
deal.
teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father.
Hal, I've got something
There we
special
go, okay.
for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
Yeah.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
This girl is very horny. Nice to know. All right, beautiful. So we got 5 Savior Schnapps. That is a steal because, like I said, they are expensive, and we're going to need those because the only way to save is to drink one of those or to sleep in your own bed. Not any bed, but there's only a few that actually work. Now, I am pretty hungry as well. I keep getting hungry, so I want to try to find... I want to see if I can find another... Oop, that won't work. I would love to find another hut to eat from. But what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna get a little risky here. So I'm actually gonna save the game, and that will use a Savior Schnapps. But now we have a hard save right there. I'm then going to try my damnedest, and we might do a reload or two here. But I want to see if I can save us all some money and steal the charcoal. Where was it? Where the hell was it? Did they change it? I swear to God. That's funny. I think that they might have actually taken the option away. Oh, no, there we go. Rob. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, want to make sure the coast is clear. Which it probably won't be.
Hey, you!
Up.
Halt!
Up.
I saw you stealing.
Nah.
Well, you won't forget this in a hurry.
So I'm just I'm gonna flee and I'm gonna reload real quick because I had to test it. Had to test it, but you know it can save you a little bit of hard work. Guns out, orbital strike. I've done it before, and it's really handy.
Are you quite well?
Whatever. Let's just see how much it'll cost. It's really not. It's not a big deal. All right, so we're gonna talk trade. We just need 10 charcoal, and that'll cost us 5 gold. So actually, that's nothing. So that's actually pretty nice. But can I sell anything to kind of defray the cost? Ooh, hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to sell them my flowers. All 5 of those. And now you can see that the axe, hammer, and nails, the axe that I did originally steal is now no longer counted as a stolen item. I think because of how we beat that mission for Kanesh, and we took all of his stuff. Since he's like, take it, it's all yours. I think that basically turns it into something that's not a stolen item anymore. All right, check the basket, and we'll just close the deal. I'm not worried about haggling right now. All right, so we got the charcoal, we got the cross hilt. I think the beer should still be cold. We've got a hard save there just in case. There is a Farkle game down there, which I love the Farkle game. It's a lot of fun, and you could potentially make a lot of money from it. But let's just keep on moving. We're about an hour into this, and I think that's a good time to move on from the tutorial. But I'm going to save myself some hassle here real quick. Oh, nice. Thank you so much for everyone dropping on in, hitting that like button. I sincerely do appreciate that. I saw we just hit double digits. Thank you so very much. And thank you for everyone, once again, for taking a few hours out of your Monday night for something, a little different, I know, but hopefully you're all enjoying it so far. It's only going to get more exciting from here, because watching people steal cheese and flowers isn't super exciting, I know, but it's good. It's good. All right, we're going to need all of this. So, oh my God, that's great. So I'm just going to take all this stuff because we're going to need it. And I just realized we've got 3 more Savior Schnapps, so we can save, I think, 8 more times now. All right. Can't lockpick yet, so we'll come back to that. I just hope the ale's still cold. About the things you wanted.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Yeah.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Nice. All right, got him some cold beer.
Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have we got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
I love this guy. And Henry too. Like, he's a simpleton, but
by the way,
he's such a good character.
Someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry.
Ooh.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug.
Ooh.
You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Also hinting that, Henry, if you try to fight people in this game, you will die.
Furnace is ready.
Just saying.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Mentioned it before, but I just rewatched the Building a Castle in Guédelon, France, and there's a lot of blacksmithing and things like that, and I'm just...
Good. Once more.
I just love watching this stuff.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Oh, wow, man, this
Father,
chat just
why
keeps
did you
getting
leave
all
Prague?
backed up. Frustrating.
Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
Good question, Henry.
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Hey, what's up, Von Fink?
You
Welcome in,
remember
buddy.
Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't doing anything.
And we'll put it all together.
It's
The
magnificent.
shards of Narsil.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa.
Milady.
They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Actually, I thought ahead and I already brought them. I did miss some of the chat earlier. I want to swing up here real quick and check back in with everyone. Sabrina Merritt, welcome in. Great to see you. Sword. Well said. Absolutely. Yes, we are making a sword. Miss Marin, Stardew Valley new update launches tomorrow, March 19th, and I am unwell. Oh, no. Well, maybe a little Stardew will help. Absolutely. I was looking for a sword emote. I do that all the time when I'm typing a message to someone. I'll be like, wink. And then I'll hit send because I missed the emoji or something. And so it just sends the text of what I do that all the time. But yeah, there we go. We found it. That's phenomenal. Oh, nice. Okay, and now we're getting into the real ones talking about their dinner plans. I love all this. Barilla tacos right now, fish tacos, fried shrimp. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting after it. This is phenomenal. Love to see. Oh, mango salsa. That's a good call right there. This is excellent. Phenomenal. Well, don't let me stop you. Welcome in, though. Welcome in. Great to see you, Devon Fink. Welcome in as well. I know you just dropped in and said, hey, but I want to see how you're doing there. All right.
God above, have you gone deaf?
No, I'm working on it, Dad.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Yeah, why are you asking, Teresa?
Will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Well, the dance this evening. Oh, I might be there.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Hey, what's up, Maggie? You're right in time to watch our character Henry ogle Teresa.
Fine lass, eh?
I'm talking to chat, Dad.
Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Oh, that's great. Well, welcome in, Maggie. Great to see you. How are you tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. Now, I gotta say,
You did a fine job.
this makes me more
I would
sad.
expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Oop. Sir Redzig Kobala.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
Look at that.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it.
Prepare yourselves for one of the most pathetic displays ever displayed. Oof.
You still have a lot to learn.
Yeah, you could say that.
Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
Yeah,
I'm sure our paths will cross.
we were literally doing that before you showed up. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Svan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days
just so
in
grounded.
Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Uh-oh. All good things, friends and real ones.
A messenger.
All good
He
things.
was in a hurry. What's happened?
Shit. Just unannounced, unprepared.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Oh boy. I'm sure I'm sure those gates will work just fine. What's up, Emma Thompson? Welcome in as well. You are right on time to see the downfall of Skalitz. Oof. Oh boy.
Quickly! We have to close the gates! Move! Come on, we're closing! Move it, people! Come on! We're running out of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates! Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah! Get through the gates!
Look at this G. Get some. Oof. Oh. Run. And just like that, Henry is now Batman. Yes, exactly.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run, Luke, run.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg!
Couldn't keep it down for 10 more seconds.
Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
All right. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly, Miss Marin. Yes, Martin dies a hero. I hate that part. All right, run! Now, when this mission kicks off, if you aren't on the hop, if you don't run, then you will die. They will catch you and you will be brutally massacred. Okay, so a little trick here. The game, again, it does not hold your hand. It doesn't really tell you a whole lot of what to do or how to do it, and it's a little tricky. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this part and get the best, well, the best of my knowledge, the best way to do this mission is what I'm trying to say. So, you'll see down here. Stops and picks some flowers. This little nettle. You can hear Teresa screaming over there. She's getting kind of held up by those 3 Cumans, which these guys suck. So I'm going to take this horse right here. Shit. Oh, come on. Okay, so X is mount. Okay, I'm going to have to change around all of these. So now, instead of trying to fight all them, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of run into them and then dip. Ooh, jeez. Okay, well, I'm going to have to reload because this went really poorly. Oh, nice. Come on, Henry, get out of there. All right, there we go. Oh, boy. Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to control this thing right now. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry, I was swatching between my keyboard and my mouse because there's just some things I do not have quite figured out. Oh, this is just brutal. Ah. Yeah. Nick Lobesh, first-person horse rider. Oh yes, we are currently escaping our recently destroyed village and ruined life. Yeah. We are escaping the Cumans. We are heading to Talmberg to try to warn them of the impending threat of King Sigismund's army. All right, now this part is not easy because we gotta dip out of here. Luckily, I'm somewhat familiar with the map, so I know where to go, but you just take damage the whole time. Your horse is gonna run out of stamina, and it's a real tight race.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Also, this horse is slow as shit. But you can see on the bottom row, there's a green bar now added, and that is the horse's stamina, which is going to start to run out pretty quick here, so I'm going to have to let it rest and walk. And as I'm letting it walk, the Cumans that are riding behind me, they're going to start catching up. So it's all a balance of... Come on, catch your breath.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And it is a bit of a hike to Talmberg. Imagine running for your life though, seriously. Slay the buffoons of Talmberg.
Flee to Talmberg.
Well, I just might, but right now they're gonna help me, so we'll see what the future holds. Yeah, so Teresa not making it. Yeah, she. All we can do is hope for the best at this point. We did everything we could to help her, so hopefully she will be okay. All right, horse needs a little bit of a rest. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go. All right, come on. Oof. We'll see and hear the arrows. All right, I think we're a little over halfway. You can see the left side of my bar. Those are all my status issues right now. So I'm bleeding. I've got an injury to my foot and my chest. I'm hungry as hell. But ahead of us, you can see the castle of Talmberg starting to show itself. Nice. Boom, we made it. Oh yeah, I can't believe I actually managed to get out of there after I got knocked off the horse. That is, every time that's happened when I play this, I'm immediately dead.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And
Loose! Oh yes, Sir Robert. What a dude. Attaboy. Attaboy. Welcome in, by the way, Nick. It's great to see you, buddy. Thank you for throwing a comment into the video immediately earlier today. I appreciate you stopping back in. Hopefully your shift's going well. Appreciate you taking some time out of your night. Nice. We got a strong force here. Yes, absolutely. My heart, she raceth. All right. So after that bit of exhilaration, it's going to bring it down a little bit. It's going to show you a little bit different aspect of the gameplay, and we're going to go through a bit of dialogue here as well. So tonight's stream, although we're about a little over halfway through it, is going to focus primarily on setting the stage for future adventures. So
someone give him a drink, and bring hot wine and bandages.
Chili was going to make the Batman joke earlier, but it would have been spoilers. But now it's free reign.
Who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Cumans.
Tartars, you say?
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Get some! Oh, that would be just terrible. Terrible. Yeah.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher.
That guy's awesome.
Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
The smirk on his face is just great. Like, what a soldier,
There's nothing better to do. Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
So this guy, Sir Divish, he is the current ruler of Talmberg.
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
I mean, again, like, just to give this game credit and the devs, like, this is not a big budget title. I mean, like, it's not a AAA game, but the voice acting is phenomenal. The motion capture is exceptional. The art direction, killer. The amount of research that went into creating the villages and towns, I think they just did such an amazing job, and I really appreciate that.
Ugh.
All right.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Great stash, by the way.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
I hear you came from Skalitz today. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible.
Milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
What's happening,
So
Lady
this is our
Steph?
brave young man. Welcome, lad.
I'm just saying.
Bojana here will take care of you.
Nice.
You're tired
Lobash wearing the merch to the gym today
Indeed.
twice.
How could
You're a
he not
machine.
be, poor soul?
Hey, we got
After
to support
everything
my
he's
friend.
been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
I bet
And a
it'd be
little
good,
wine
too.
to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Love Robard kind of steadily, like, telling him how
When
to
you're
act.
done,
It's great.
You can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. Ugh. Miss Marin commenting on the merch, and yes, there is also a brand new crop top hoodie. Yes, absolutely.
Something to eat.
Oh yeah, my boy's starving. Damn. I feel like I've never been this hungry before. Now you got to be careful because it's often. Oh no! Shit.
But it's no excuse for rudeness.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I accidentally stole a couple things right there. All right, but so I'm gonna go into my inventory. And then gonna eat some of this bread that I brought with. I will say that the eating sound in this game is one of my least favorite Foley sounds ever produced. I absolutely hate it. Okay, so it's really small print. It's gonna be kind of hard to see in the menu, but below Henry, you can see health, energy, nourishment, and that nourishment is very important because, of course, that's obviously representing how full you are. The really important thing is you don't want to go over that. If you go over your nourishment, you're going to be, what do they call it? I think it's either stuffed or it's something like that, where gluttonous or something like that. And it'll slow you down, and it takes a long time for you to digest and get back to the level of comfort and maneuverability that you had before you stuffed yourself. God, that is the worst sound ever. It's just disgusting. I can't stand it. Sounds like chewing on marbles, seriously. Marbles made of mushy meat. All right, so each thing also tells you, so this nourishment is 8, and that's 9. I've got plenty of room for both. So let's go ahead and just chow, and one more. Boom, 92. All right, beautiful. Feeling pretty good, pretty good. Now I'm just super tired. He's falling asleep on his feet. I hate that I just...
Jesus. I could really do
lost my
with some
reputation,
sleep.
though. Meat berries.
Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat berries. Mmm, meat ber
All right, now, again, just role-playing wise, you do not have to do this, but, you know, feel free. Go to your inventory, and you can take off and take on things. Let's see here. So, boots off. Find that poor man a bed. Yeah. Sleep, Henry, sleep. Yeah, what a day, huh? What a day. All right, so what's really nice, you can select how long you want to sleep for, and in the center of the wheel, you'll see your nourishment will drop, but as your energy increases, because of course you burn calories as you sleep. So I just want to sleep for 12 hours, get myself back to 100 energy. Boom, start it up. Ends up losing his only family. Yeah, for real, right?
Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Well, who might this
Yes?
be? Well.
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
Yeah, Lady Stephanie, what's going on?
I thought you
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
do with a little wine.
Says Damon Brown.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
Sure, yeah. Just loosen me up a little bit.
Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been.
She is also exceptionally sweet.
came
Like,
to
what a
offer
great
you
person,
solace.
too.
To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you,
No?
but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal.
Maggie Dietrich. Why did she look like human Fiona from
I
Shrek?
know what it is to be left alone.
Well, human Fiona was a babe, so...
Although your loss is
So they
much
chose well.
greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
All right, so this is a great opportunity now. So Lady Stephanie, while she is flirting a little bit, bringing me wine and fruits and things like that. Hey, Henry, your face disappeared. You can decide to tell her the story, or you can say, I just can't talk about it right now. But definitely tell her.
You might be right, my lady.
Henry!
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Okay, so there is a time crunch as well, but I went to collect a debt.
A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I
Oh,
headed
weird,
back
I'm
home.
sitting over here now. I'm closest to
I
the...
promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
All right, now with this one, so Lady Stephanie is a sucker for romantic stuff, and you're being very nice and all that, so typically with this one, you always want to go with the heart option.
The sword was
on
taking
dialogue.
shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Now, I don't want to tell her about my ex, so I'll tell her about my parents.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get
Playing the long game.
She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, knights in full armor, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn.
I needed a horse.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person.
I literally ran my horse's hip into them.
And
But
I
hey,
succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison
oh
to
yeah,
the
she definitely hit
horrors
hard
he
with the
went
boy. Yeah, it's like, oh, like, hey, bud.
I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg,
Sabrina
the
Merritt.
castle was stormed. and
Christian
my
girl,
husband was
autumn core.
imprisoned.
Yeah.
Really?
That is dead on.
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek. who
Sir Havel
decided
Medek
to
of
resolve
Valdek.
it by force.
It's quite the mouthful.
He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail.
It seems a little selfish. Like, I just told her the story of my family and village and everything I've known be torn
But
away.
it
And it's like, I
seemed
get she's trying to
was
connect,
destined
but it's
to be
like,
left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his
don't
own
know.
castle.
some guy you
Years,
haven't,
you
I don't
say?
know.
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown.
Maybe just
And
pay the sympathies
even
and
then,
dip.
he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Ooh. This girl does not pull
Sir
punches.
Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. And
Can't you make a move or something,
going
RealGrogg? You know,
Now,
it's she's nobility. I
we're
gotta play
here.
the long game. You know, maybe do a mission for her or two. You know,
Lady, you're still young, and
you got that banging bod. You know,
your best years are still ahead of you.
look at this flirt,
Would that that were true, lad.
lad.
Would it
Oof.
were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
You could probably leave the food. I don't know. I'm still pretty hungry.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
This Baron says, this game is out of control. I'm invested. That's exactly what I wanted. And everyone smells like 3-day-old cheese. Yeah, 100%. Man, well, he's got every freaking emotion going on in his stomach right now. Well, and there we go. That is pretty much... Oh, I hate this part. Just Onion City. Yeah, for real. This is a little dream sequence that I frankly think is really poorly done. I always kind of struggle with this part. Corn chips and onions. My God, that's unappealing. I don't know if anyone ever played the Max Payne first one back in the day, but there's a... Oh. All right, well, that hurts. You told me to run. Told me to run.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
Oh, sweet.
What's happening? Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
I gotta remember to put my boots on. All right. Oh, take the torch from the table. This is crucial because this game, the night is very dark. There's actually there's a few mods for this game. There's not as many as I thought there would be, but there are a few mods, and one of them is to lighten up the nights because they are really damn dark. So you got to make sure that you have a torch with you. Or, as the little tooltip up in the right corner says, you can craft a potion called Nighthawk Potion, which, first of all, Nighthawk is my favorite nickname. And with that, it kind of gives you, like, cat vision. You can see at night. It's really cool. And it keeps your hands free.
But if I have to choose...
Yeah, I saw Miss Marin mention the weather effects in this game. I love the rain in this game.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Ranzig is an experienced soldier.
Oh, listen to that thunder. Love it.
Some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right.
Yeah, here's your shower. Absolutely, yeah.
Including all
Get rid of that corn chip onion smell.
An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here. Won't we?
Right, we will.
Farewell.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a great April of April showers and thunderstorms. That's the best part. Now, who might this be?
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Ranzig, what a relief.
Nice.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Ranzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
A good
Thank
question.
God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you,
You
tired
donkey?
of living? Sir, quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a call made right now.
All right, so there we are. We now know Henry's motivations as well as to what he wants to happen in the morning, which may not be a great idea, but...
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always.
things need to get done before we take care of that. So.
Boozing, playing dice, or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body.
Fair enough. All right.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Yeah, I got
Is that
you.
a request or?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. May the Lord watch over you.
All right. So, hilariously, I'm like, what the hell would you even be able to do? Like, you can't do anything. Like, what am I going to do on watch? I can't see it. Look at this. Let me put my torch away. Actually, what's funny is I can see a little bit better without my torch. That's great. So I basically stand here for a few minutes, and this is just pretty much one of the last tutorials in the opening bit, and it's just going to tell me how to wait. So yeah, just kind of hanging out. I spy with my little eye something wet. But yeah, Miss Marin, absolutely. The way the sounds keep changing as the camera changes is really impressive. I agree. I think the way that they you know, again, the dialogue, everything.
Like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
So I'm just going to go ahead and skip time. I think you said... yes, okay, cool. So it's letting you know that things change, like your nourishment, your energy levels will change. So unfortunately, since I'm not in a bed, my energy level will also drop. But I'm just going to go until 7 or so. That should be good to go. But yeah, they did very well with what they had. You know, again, this isn't a AAA production, so it's great to see the amount of care that they put into everything.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Sounds like a rude awakening. A familiar sight.
Sweet Jesus! We'll come ahead of Skalitz.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
And there's this prick.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg.
So that guy that just stopped by in the night, leading the people that escaped from Skalitz, that's Radzik Kobila, that's what they're talking about.
To another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Fair answer.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And I mean, these moments would be, they would last forever. Oof. Whew. Close call.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Remember that face. All right, well, there we are. The tutorial. Check. Done.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Let's see. Bury your loved ones. So, Henry's motivations now are to get back to Skalitz to bury his parents. And Miss Marin says, well done, David. I'd give you a like if I hadn't already. Well, I sincerely appreciate that. I'd say if you haven't yet, yeah, please feel free to hit that like button for getting through the tutorial, for making our way to Talmberg, for being in relative safety, and now to set our adventure in true motion and start moving forward. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so very much. Hopefully you're enjoying the game so far, because now it's really going to start opening up.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Fair. Let's see. Don't think I'll be able to talk him out of it. So this is also interesting. I mean, no, I don't think any of these dialogues are going to work, but this is a good example. So when I've got the crossed swords, let me out of here before I lose my temper. Saying that to a guard who has other guards around, you're not going to win that argument most of the time because they're emboldened by their fellow guardsmen, you know? So maybe I'll just say, never mind.
Never mind.
So I don't want to push him. I don't want to bother him in a certain direction. All right, now I could chat to him about a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not gonna go into all that. Yeah, like I said, lots of names, lots of locations being thrown around, and it wasn't until like my 4th or 5th time playing the game it started to make sense of who was who, and kind of understanding the story more and more. So definitely, take some time with it. And with this game, what's great is you don't have to know all that stuff. You don't. It will benefit you, of course, but it's not like a prerequisite. You don't have to know every detail of every person who's ever been in here. All right, now here's my little trick for this point in the game. So I'm actually going to save because we've done a whole lot, and I've lost that progress before, and having to do all that is really annoying. So I'm actually going to sneak into this little guard room. And you really want to use your ears here. You want to make sure you don't hear anyone coming, because I'm going to steal as much stuff as I can, and I don't want to get caught because obviously that's a bad deal. I'm going to take shields. I'm going to take another one here. I'm going to get as fully loaded up as I possibly can, getting as much stuff as I can get. Will certainly help us in the upcoming adventures. One sort of frustrating thing about this, though, is like, there's a lot of times you'll do a crime, and again, you're in the early days of civilization, you know what I mean? And how guards sometimes have like ESP. They'll know from a mile away that you did anything wrong. I'm like, what the hell? That doesn't seem right. All right, so we're going to get most of this stuff. I think we got all these arrows, right? Oop, nope, we did not. And always be careful, even if you've already stolen stuff from a bin. If you go back into it, like just interacting with something that's labeled as stealing or anything like that, even if it's empty, will instigate the guard. People will still think you're stealing no matter what. So even if you have an empty container and you reach into it again, that will bite you in the ass. So be very careful about who can see you and who's around. Yes, exactly. Yeah, very much like Baldur's Gate, where you're in a whole other part of the city, and it's oh god, and it's like, yeah, you just stole something that nobody saw, nobody was around, and yet somehow the guard knew. Yeah, so it's kind of bogus, and that's kind of the same thing here, but it's all good. All right, so we've got a couple goodies. Get out of here. Okay, so current mission is to now do these things. Get a horse, get out of the castle. So how could we possibly do that, right? So, there's only one easy-ish way out of the castle, and that is, of course, the front gate, guarded by a single guard. And I think we could probably sneak past him. And the best way to do that, I don't know if I've got the right stuff right now. I do not have the right stuff right now. But if we could possibly find a whole outfit, a whole sort of guard outfit, which I thought that I could find in here. So let's actually look again. Oh, actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. Now, I just saved right here. I wish I would have waited, actually. But I'm going to go talk to this guy, who I think is a fence. But I can't remember if he gets mad if I try to sell him stolen stuff. But this guy right here, Batova.
God be with you.
Yeah.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
So what I really want from this guy, all I want are lockpicks. Now I've got enough I could buy 3, but I'm really hoping I can sell. But I don't remember if he gets mad about stolen goods, but that's pretty much all I have is stolen stuff. Ooh, but I could sell Kunesh's axe, and it's, you know what? No. Just for fun, I'm going to hold on to those things. I'm going to hold on to Kunesh's items. I will sell marigold potions. I'm going to sell 1 because those are actually kind of like health potions. Really helpful. And we'll sell a poor quality arrow because it's poor quality. And we could also get away with, you know, let's just test it, right? Let's test to see if he's got an issue with stolen gear. All right, only 1 of these arrows, get rid of that. Long distance, we'll hold on to those. Mace. So that'll go over the price. You can see up here now the number is in red. The 53.4 is now in red, which is indicating that, of course, he ain't got the money. But let's add some lockpicks to the deal. Go for 5. That brings it down to $20. Let's see if I can sell. Hold on to that. Reliable blade. Minimum agility 8. Agility 6. So I think I will sell the relay. Oh my god, wow, they're worth 178. Okay. Well then, let's see if I can get all the lockpicks. I'm really hoping I do all this and it will. I really hope it'll be because the worst part is I can get all the way to the end of this whole thing, and then he's like, whoa, 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 you can't sell me stolen goods. So hopefully we can avoid that. Boom, and let's go ahead and let's swap out the needle for the reliable. You can always go to the basket. You can modify what's in there, which is super handy. 34.4. Okay, let's go ahead and see.
I'd like to discuss the...
Why not?
I want you to give me 25.
See now, I knew we...
All right, sweet. So he is a fence. You can sell him stolen gear. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now, do yourself a favor. In this game, one of the hardest things is the lock picking. It is a difficult... How do they know it's stolen? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How do they know it's stolen? Not even they know. Yeah, exactly. Do yourself a favor. Go into the game settings and change your lock picking to simplified. My God, you'll be happy that you did. You can do it. You know, do whatever you want. You can keep it in the original, but go simplified. It's a game changer. It literally is. Literally is. Because I like the lockpicking in this, only at a certain level. I'm actually going to risk it again. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to see if I can sleep for 1 hour, and I think that'll save my game. If I can do that, that'll save me the schnapps. I'm not sure if it'll work. All right, so it doesn't look like it'll work. So I'm actually going to say I'm going to use 1 more schnapps, which kind of sucks. Wish I hadn't used that one earlier, but it'll be okay. But I'm going to do it now because we got a good deal on all the gear we just sold. So let's go ahead and save. Boom. And that leveled up my drinking. Nice. Okay, so I'm untrained in the art of lockpicking, so you find this yellow spot. Oop. You can hear somebody walking outside. I don't want to get caught, so if he thinks I'm in here, I'm going to wait. So even if he just sees me in here, then I'll at least just be hanging out, as opposed to robbing him blind. And the sound of a breaking lockpick will draw the attention of guards, so you got to be careful with all that. All right, then you got to keep your cursor on the yellow bit as you rotate the lock. And that's the simplified version. Boom. Look at that. Look at all those goodies. Let's steal all that stuff. Now I am overloaded, so I'm probably going to sell a few more items to the fence. And I think that's pretty much going to be all I can get out of that stuff, because my level is going to be way too low to get more. So what I'm going to do now, check this out. I'm going to get all decked out in better gear. Oops, wrong one. And it also will make me look a little bit more like a Talmberg guard, right? A little bit more. All right, so I don't have the agility to handle any of these swords that I have, except for Radzig's. So I'm going to keep that sword, because obviously it's the best one. It's beautiful. Go ahead and equip that bow as well. And go ahead and equip your arrows. You got to make sure that you're equipping your arrows. And you can see each one of these little slots gets filled up with a different item as you fill it up. Really handy. And it's easy to forget to do it, so always make sure you're checking your inventory and putting the right things in the right spot. Okay, I actually like this shield better. So now, a little overloaded. I'm going to try to make it over to fence one more time. And also, don't talk to the guards right now, because they'll call you out on being a little suspicious. Quick wash.
Can we trade?
If you've got the...
Yeah, I got the coin. All right, so I'm going to sell... Go ahead and sell... Ooh, I can put that quaff on. I'm going to sell the reliable blade. No, he's only got 75, so I'm not going to do that. I'll sell him a shield, which should get me unencumbered. And... I think that's going to be pretty much all I can sell him. Hopefully that... Yes, okay, and that'll also open up my... I'll be fine. I'll be unencumbered. And let's just go ahead and close the deal. I'm not going to worry about haggling. Just get that taken care of. Boom. All right, awesome. Now the last bit is to get a horse and then get back to Skalitz. So I'm going to try to talk to this guy now. See if I can talk him into letting me out.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I need to get out of here.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colors.
Yep. So he kind of knows what's up. We could try a few different options here, but you can see the speech skill is only a 3. I don't know what his stats are, so it's kind of a crapshoot. We're medium, he doesn't really like me a whole lot. We could just pay him. But I'm going to try. You won't get in trouble. I'm going to see if this works. Chili said, yeah, the lockpicking was nearly impossible on controller. I'm convinced. I'm right there with you. It was very, very hard until you switch to simplified. Then it's a game changer.
I'm not trying to make a fool of you. I've done everything to make sure you'll have no trouble if you let me out. And I'd be grateful if you didn't make trouble for me.
Do you think I'm a total idiot? My master will be furious if I let you out. And when Captain Robard isn't happy, he makes damn sure nobody else is either.
All right, fair enough.
On the other hand, you've dressed up so nicely, and it's a shame to let it go to waste. The old man won't like it, but I'll act stupid.
Okay, cool. So he needs a little bit of money. That's all right.
If you make it worth my while, of course.
I should have just paid him right away. Yeah, I got you. Let's test something. Let's give him 60. He wants 15. Let's give him 16. No, that's half my money. Let's see if I can give him 12. 13.
Satisfied?
Come now.
All right, I'll meet you at 14.
Now you're speaking my language. Take care now.
Good thing I saved those 2 groschen. Okay, so that gate is now going to open. But now I'm going to be a little risky. Ooh, you know what? I just had an idea. This might be a really stupid idea, but it's an idea. So I've got some lockpicks. I'm going to be heading... Ooh, this is going to be a dumb idea. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, too difficult. So if I want to see if there's some easy or very easy locks up here. And if there are, I'm going to...
What happened to you?
Nothing. Sorry, lady. Yeah. I'll see you later. All right, so these are all hard. I don't think I'll be able to get anything up here. Yeah, so you know what? I'm just going to dip. All right, I think... Now, nobody's going to like this. Shouldn't take Stradivish's horse. I could take that one. Could take that one. But I want to try to not be seen. Ooh, I think I... Oh, dang it. I was about to say, I was like, I thought that I might have gotten it. But I did not. Alright, I gotta switch the controller now. Oh, what? Open the gate, dude! Open the gate!
You've committed a crime.
Oh, damn it! Okay. I'm not gonna surrender. Not gonna surrender. Oh, come on! There we go. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Busted! Get out of the... Alright, come on. Let's see, I wonder if there's a horse out here. I doubt there's a horse out here, but... Didn't save either. I saved before I did all that lock picking, so I'm happy to... I can easily do that again. But, oh my god, the turn sensitivity is so low on this. But I don't want to get out of here without a horse. I mean, it's all good. It's not a game breaker by any means, but... I'd much rather have a horse than not. Run, potato boy! Yeah, that's totally fair. I don't think there's stables anywhere, so whatever. We'll just dip. Yeah, so not a big deal. I didn't get the horse, but honestly, I abandoned it right here anyway, so... Immediately distracted by pretty flowers.
It's like they've already gone.
This would be so nerve-wracking. Jesus. Oh yeah, every time Henry moves, it's just petals flying everywhere off his, yeah. Hey, Mega John Hall. Jesus Christ be praised, it's Henry! But Mega John Hall, yeah, that's our boy. Henry himself. Now I am better than looting people. Dead Skalitzians.
Hey, who's there?
Then there's this jerk.
Answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone.
Alright, so this prick is looting. Alright, now for that training. Chain your attacks. Attack from different angles. He's probably going to try to surrender here pretty quick, but no. So I'm in a bad mood. My parents are dead. Oh. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Let him be. But welcome in, Mega John Hall. It's great to see you, my friend. Welcome in, welcome in. As I'm sure you know, yeah, we are a little early in the we're at the tail end of the tutorial of Kingdom Come Deliverance. We are approaching Skalitz. Oh, nice. John Hall letting us know. I've missed the last few. Baldur's Gate is my life now. Yes, and Miss Marin is of course taking care of business, asking all of the important questions. What's the race? Are you a Dark Urge already? Jesus. Playthrough number 4, second Dark Urge run on Tactician. My goodness. Although we haven't seen him for a little while, Blue-Eyed Scotty, one of our phenomenal real ones around here, has I think they beat Tactician up with their grandson, which is incredible. Like, what a feat. So well done, my friend. All right, I just said I wasn't going to loot all these bodies, and I'm looting all of them, so I'm moving on. right, now nettle. I will grab some of this. Drow Dark Elf. Drow Elf Dark Urge. Wow, that's a mouthful. I accidentally just spun around my camera. There we go. Oh, funny. I think that's the guy that I just beat up.
What's that?
You know what? Let's catch him. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hey!
Gotcha, punk. You know what, bandits? I'm not in the mood for you. And he didn't have anything too nice anyway. Now, I would normally take all of that stuff because I want to go sell it, but I'm pretty close to encumbered, and I want to adventure through Skalitz first.
What did these poor souls ever do to them?
For real. Yeah, this would just be so horrifying.
Who's there? Well now, who blood's come crawling out from under some rock?
And you're done, son.
Go. Get out of here now.
I understand.
When people surrender, you can talk to them, and I accidentally select the option too quick, but you can tell them, like, leave your money, drop your weapons, things like that, or you can just take them out. But I like that it gives you options. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that, Mega John Hall, that you're enjoying Baldur's Gate and saying that, yeah, it's so good. I haven't played anything else since I got it. I totally know that feeling. I was actually thinking the other day how I feel really bad. I do feel like I rushed Act 3, and actually a lot of the game. I kind of think I should have taken more time to really experience that game, give you all more to chew on. I really did love playing Baldur's Gate, but to my own mistake, I was playing it all the time outside of the streams. I was playing it with other people outside of the streams, and then I was streaming it, and then it was, making this, and it was just, I just burned out. I was playing it too much, where then when I started to stream it, I had no motivation to do so, and so I was kind of cooking through the end, and I feel bad about that, because that game is really incredible, and I really wish that I had kind of
Who's there?
given it more time.
Answer my prayers. Just when I wanted to.
So as Chili's saying, I'd still like to get a playthrough with you. I think that could definitely happen. Whether it's streamed or otherwise, I'm looking forward to playing through that again. Can we all do a Dark Urge together? That would be awesome. Yeah, I think if I do get back into it, it'll be a Dark Urge. And I was convinced, I don't know if Von Fink is still here, but I was convinced that Von Fink was actually a Dark Urge the whole time and just was keeping it secret from everyone. I was like, I don't know, I feel like that's the case. Okay, so here we are, back at the gates of Skalitz. Not nearly as beautiful as it once was, that's for sure.
Bailiff, he didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
Died with a sword in his hand, but I will take that sword. Damon says, I had to uninstall BG3 after the third playthrough. Way too many hours sunk in. For real. Yeah, it was a lot. And, it's so addicting. And like Miss Marion says, there's so many different ways to play, so many different options and choices. And John Hall taking old evil characters and turning them good. There's so much to do. You have to know when to put it away, I started to just play as Astarion. Nice. Oh, here we go. Miss Bonk, bonk, early bonks. Von Fink. I wasn't, I swear. That's just how I like to play. Which is fair. But the thing that made me think Oh, he's a Dark Urge. As you kept carrying that body around, and I kept finding bodies in my inventory, and I thought that was a Dark Urge thing. So I was like, oh boy. All right, now my next. Hey, what up, Bianca? Sorry, darling, but I gotta take your stuff. But I will take your ring. I will take your ring. And I will put it on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you can only have one Dark Urge in the party. But in the meantime, we have now found our parents.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Man, that would suck. Oh, Henry. All right, so we found the parents. I just heard that dog. I'm just kind of curious, actually. I wonder if... Sometimes I wonder if you can find... All right, let's go find this dog.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt. And isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
That's a loyal pup.
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
No, you shouldn't ask these things. I asked first.
I asked what you're doing here. How about you give me an answer?
If I want to confess, I'll go to the priest. Go away and leave me in peace.
That rhymed. If I just, okay, so you can, okay, so, well, man, I gotta move my camera for the next time we do this, because you can't see the, dialogue options, but I'll go ahead and, lend me that spade. Actually, no, fuck you.
I see a cunt remains a cunt, no matter what the situation.
Oh, whoops. Ow. I wasn't paying attention, Shebeka.
This won't take long.
Oh, come on. For Pete's sake. Alright, alright, alright. How is this little weasel doing any sort of damage to me?
Fucker!
Come on. Come on! Alright, you know what? Screw this.
That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Too exhausted to do anything. Alright, well, that was a very unsuccessful fist fighting. That's okay. Because we got the shovel. Or spade, if you're fancy. Hey, buddy, I'm sorry. Oops, wrong button. I already stole the stuff
Easy
anyway.
there, boy. You know me. A good master won't be needing this anymore.
Alright, let's see. What can we... My nourishment, I could use a little snack. So I need to get rid of 2.5 pounds. I'm overweight by 2.5 pounds. I should have sold the damn hammer and the thingamajig. Put on the quaff. And let's go ahead and just drop. Eat that. 2 pounds. I'm over by 2 frickin' pounds. Nice. All right, perfect. Exactly. Yeah. Fights a guy for looting dead bodies. Loots dead body. Symmetry. Yeah. It's the RPG way. Thank you, John. Yes, you understand exactly. No, don't loot your parent. Well, they'd want me to have it. All right. So now I have to go to the linden tree and dig a hole. Yeah, not quite the beautiful, idyllic village it used to be.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, that dog's hungry.
So, let's get to it.
Oh, they'd be all rigor mortis.
Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers?
Oh. Rigor mortis only lasts 5 to 6
We'll
hours.
rob you of
Ah.
everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it.
Man, I hate this guy.
Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
As you like.
Oh boy.
Could have just cost you a few teeth.
The core strength to use that club. You gotta give it to him. Oh my god. Wow. That nearly did me in right there. Oop. Alright. Well. That didn't take long. God damn. Bonk. Now that's a bonking stick.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? Now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Reinforcements. It's not what you know, but who you know. Queen energy, says Miss Merritt. Yeah, Teresa's legit. Rescued by Teresa and the soldiers of Talmberg, brought to the stables outside of Ratai. Now for one of my least favorite parts of the game, and that I always kind of stumble through. So let's try to save our parents. I'm sure it'll work. Oh boy. Now, I'm never quite sure what to do in this, to be totally honest. I feel like I always go the wrong way, or I get killed or something. I don't know. Oh.
Do you need some help?
Sweet! Okay, cool. Nailed it. Right. Like a hero. Just like I planned. Exactly.
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's
Yeah,
a new
that
day.
certainly feels like a nightmare.
Henry, can you hear me?
Well, hello.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
Mark.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength.
Sabrina Merritt, there is so much drama here.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
Henry's a tough old dog. What were you doing in Skalitz?
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
So Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
Perhaps I'm more important than we think.
I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
I'm not weak, I'm strong. Yeah, they're all dead seemed like
Morning to you.
a little too perky. Yeah, that's totally fair. I was thinking the same thing.
Since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
Jerk. Where am I?
This is your uncle's house.
We're in Ratay Mill, my uncle's mill at Peshek.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
Well, I owe you my life.
I owe you both my life. And I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
All right. Boom. And there we go. We are officially
Look out.
in chapter 2. There aren't really delineated chapters, but still, it's pretty much chapter 2. All right, so also what's really cool is, as you just saw pop up, all of this DLC is available. I already have it downloaded. I've already had it installed in the game. But the one at the very bottom, A Woman's Lot. You lost your home and family in Skalitz, but you were not alone. Teresa and Johanka encountered similar misfortune and fled too. Each tries in her own way to come to terms with the rest of what that says. And that is actually the backstory of what happens to Teresa after leading up to and after the Skalitz attack. It's a really interesting one, but it is a complete diversion from what you do as Henry. So once you start that DLC, you can't come back, whereas all the others you can kind of engage with throughout the rest of the story. But yeah, super cool. So here we are at the mill in Ratay. That up there, that giant fortification, is going to be the main city that we're going to check out on our next time that we're going to be here. We're going to talk to Miller Peshek as well. And yeah, but here we are in this beautiful southern location. You can see here on the map, we're all the way down here in Ratay, whereas Skalitz is all the way up here. And then Talmberg, where we escaped from on horse, which we now have a little bounty on, that's right here. So we started our game in Skalitz, we rode over to Talmberg, then rode back to Skalitz, and then we were shipped all the way down here to Ratay. So we've definitely made some travels. Half of it was unconscious, but we certainly got there in the end. But thank you so very much, everyone, for stopping on in and enjoying this 3-hour adventure into Kingdom Come with me. I thought this was a lot of fun. We did exactly what I wanted to. We got to where I wanted to be, so that worked out really nicely there. I know, like I was saying, it's a much different sort of take on what we've been doing around here lately, but I wanted to show this game off for a long time, and having gotten through all that, you know, super fun, but it only gets better from here, and you kind of get to really start taking on Henry as a character. DJ Clinton, hello, what did I miss? My friend, we went from an idyllic blacksmith's son in a peaceful village to an orphan brought on by the attack of King Sigismund and his attack of his Cuman army. We were then beaten after trying to bury our parents, which were killed in front of us, and we were just brought down south to the Ratay mill, where Teresa, the young lady sewing on the far end, brought us to her uncle Peshek's mill, who has been nursing us back to health. So we are winding down our journey tonight, but thank you so very much for dropping in, DJ, right here at the end. Great to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your week has been treating you well. But hopefully you all enjoyed this different kind of outing in this incredible game. And if you did, please feel free to drop a comment on the video, either just saying, yay, give me a yay or a nay, if you want to see more of this. I do certainly think about I do think that it would be fun to do at least one more minimum. There's so much to see and do in this that I would love to show off some more. And I think that the drama and the story to be told is really great. And once we get Henry leveled up, and we're going to move more into combat in the next visit, which as we've all kind of discussed, that's the hardest part. So we're going to show off how to get a little bit better at that, some tricks that I use. And yes, as Miss Marin says, I'm hooked. The story is quite compelling. I have to agree. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this. So I'm hoping that everyone is wanting to see some more of it. But if it didn't catch you at all, if it's not really your jam, let me know that as well. You know, feel free to drop a comment on the video, pop into the Discord, check out the merch. All of these things are linked in the bios of this video. If you're this far in and you haven't yet, please feel free to hit that like button for me. It sincerely helps, and I really look forward to continuing this adventure with you. But later this week, like I said, I think Thursday, I plan on doing a stream, but we're going to shake it up a little bit. I want to do something a bit earlier in the day. The 7 p.m. start times, I think I want to change that. I want to do something more around noon or something around that time frame. It'll open up the rest of my night, but also I want to see if people have a bit more time earlier in the day. We're going to try it out. We're going to shake it up, do a little bit of an earlier stream, and then there might be something a little bit later in the week as well. No promises, 100%. Keep your eyes on the Discord, and I'll post the links to any videos that I am making. But until then, my friends, thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing if you haven't, hitting the like button, which I've said too many times now, and I'm annoying myself. But take care of yourselves, sleep well, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, stay real. We'll see you soon, my friends. Have a great night.